Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My dear students, Assalamu alaikum. In this session, we shall discuss the government and politics in Pakistan 1958 to 1969, Ayyub regime, Mashallah to Mashallah. Ayyub Khan, Field Marshal Muhammad Ayyub Khan, imposed martial law on 7th October 1958. So his political strategies, economic policies, foreign policies, social policies, and Constitution of 1962 is the important aspect of his policies. Before discussing his policies, strategies, and operations in various fields, it would be essential to know about the views of General Muhammad Ayyub Khan about the politicians and about the systems of the Pakistan, particularly federal and parliamentary system. He said that, "Let me put down my ideas in military fashion. What is wrong to the country and what can be done to put things right." So the important words are, "Let me put my ideas in military fashion." And it is very clear the psychology of military and politician. The thinking and military men, military general and general politician are civil. Bureaucracy is a different. According to him, the political leaders had opted for parliamentary system, which created further division because of, and according to Ayyub Khan, the parliamentary system created division in the Pakistani political society. It created conflicts between East and West wing. It sowed the seed of differences and disputes among the politicians of the various regions, and he also explained the reason of it. Number one, the presence of too many political parties. Number two, lack of universal literacy. Three, very important, the hold of traditional leaders like big landlords and peers over the illiterate voters. So Due to these three reasons, parliamentary system didn't work successfully in Pakistan according to Muhammad Ayyub Khan. So about his view his views about the type of government, he was of the opinion that East and West Pakistan could only be kept together through a strong central system and under strong government. I may be right, I may be wrong, but I have no doubt in this line of reasoning. So it is very clear about his views that he was in favor of the strong center. About economics, so according to him, growth was the key variable. And growth, according to him, economic growth can take place under the strong central government. And he was a bit right in this case, because central and strong governments can accelerate the growth rate. But in a welfare state, other factors are also very, very important, and that factor is to ensure basic necessities of the people. And it is also important that the benefit of the economic development must reach to the grassroots level. However, these three were his views or his ideas about the parliamentary system, about the federal government, or about the structure of the government and the form of the government and economic development. So, as you know, to implement his views or to realize his desires and ambitions or to materialize his program, future program of Pakistan, first, he abrogated the Constitution of 1956. This Constitution was a consensus Constitution and constituted by the efforts of the first and second Constituent Assembly, and there was input in this. There was input of Qaeda Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Lect Ali Khan and his associates. But this system was carrying the parliamentary system and the federal system. General Muhammad Ayyub Khan was not in favor of it. So he abrogated the Constitution of Pakistan, gave a provisional constitution to run the day-to-day business of the state, and ultimately he constituted a commission, and recommendations of the commission were approved by the governors and the ministers conference. And after formulation of this constitution, which was called the Constitution of the President, by the President, for the President, was promulgated in 1962, and this constitution was called Constitution of 1962. According to this constitution, The state adopted the presidential system, and secondly, strong center was adopted under the constitution. Federal system was restricted to the East and West Pakistan, while West Pakistan was converted into one unit, and powers were vested in the president. There was no concept of decentralization of power. So, normal as well as emergency powers were vested, ultimate powers were vested in West Pakistan. It is another discussion. This strong center was suitable for the country which was comprised by two wings, and these were situated at the distance of 1,000 miles, and people were and land were, there were ethnic groups, social groups, and regional groups, economic disparities. So this was a land of, this is a land of heterogeneous people. So it is perceived the federal government, federalism has a potential to intact the government, intact the people and regions and provinces in one whole. Political parties were banned. So human rights were suspended. In the system he introduced, the basic democracy system, he was of the opinion that this will provide grassroots level democracy. And basic democracy system was multifunctional institutions. It was institution of local self-government, and this was comprised by 80,000 Democrats, 40,000 for East Pakistan and 40,000 for West Pakistan, on equal basis, on parity basis. Representation was given according to Ayyub Khan. So this was multifunctional institution. Number one, as I told you earlier, this was institution of local self-government. In this field, this worked very successfully, so excellently, and it contributed to the economic, political, social development at the grassroots level. So this is a reality. However, other functions were, this was electoral college for the election of the president. This was neither accepted by the politicians nor digested by the civil society and intellectuals, because they were of the opinion, if we have a presidential system and very powerful president in the system, so with small electoral college his election is not good. So we should provide broad-based for the election of the president. And this was electoral college for the provincial assemblies. It was electoral college for the national assemblies. It was institution for referendum if needed. So this was criticized, these functions were criticized. For example, if one person wants to give a vote to the local body's vote to a person, but he doesn't want to give a person of a party, but he doesn't want to give vote to the provincial or national assembly members whom he was going to elect. So these were political steps of Ayyub Khan. Thank you very much. In next meeting, inshallah, we will discuss his economic and social policies. Thank you.